Hello everybody, welcome back to another day of Albion Online. I had to change the thumbnail, I had to change it up because for some reason it uses the last thumbnail that was used. And this should be better. So, apologize for interrupting the last stream, whoever was on it, and reposting and rehosting it. So, here it is. Let's get back over here. Let's set this up over here. That is so much better. Yep. Much better. Alright, so we just popped a tier 5 dungeon, and we are on our way to go ahead, make it to tier 5 dungeon that we just popped. We're going to go solo it. We just soloed a bunch of outposts, captured them. Previous stream didn't go so well. Maybe I'll just merge it together and put it in an actual YouTube video. And we'll do it that way. But now we actually have a correct thumbnail on this instead of it being Cosmeteer, because I know I keep switching back and forth between games because I have different viewers that want to watch different things. There's a gold guy. Here's another tier 5. I'm actually tempted. Can I leave this tier 5 here and then go do that one and then come back for this one? Yeah, go to the one we opened. The loot's better. We still get 15%. See right here? We're 3 sections away, so we still get 15%. Bonus XP and loot. This should be good. Come here to our dungeon. We will go into our dungeon and we will take it on. Alright. Roast beef is running low. This will be a good dungeon to do. I see 3 units right here. We'll leave the trap. We'll leave those ones. Oh, there's a lot of traps actually. I don't know if I want to leave this many units behind. There's a boss. We won't be able to do everything. I want to drop off the extras. I want to keep some stuff in the front though. To the RKD key now. Take care of these. Probably get rid of at least one trap, right? Let's pull them in. Chat rate, chat rate. Somebody's chatting? Asta? Hold on, let's refresh this. It's not showing me the chat. Let me fix this. Sup, bro, Asta? Sup? So this time, my chat's working. Can you hear me? Because I see your chat. Sup, bro? Can you hear me? My audio working? My audio better be working this way. I totally am sorry for ghosting you guys. You activated my premium three-day premium and haven't played in 3 days. Can you pay for just 3 days of premium, Asta? I guess you could, huh? Alright. Well, come, join in. Once I finish this dungeon, if you log in, I will, I'll power level you. Even if you're not premium, I can still power level you. You don't need premium to level up super fast. It's just convenient. Because I think you're, are you Fenrike? I think you're Fenrike. I can see your chat. That was after I got done with the tutorial. I got 3 days of free premium, but couldn't play because of work. I hear ya. Every minute playing a game counts. Like those people that have all the time in the world to play black area or red or whatever it is. Sometimes you don't want to log into the game and risk losing everything, so Yeah, honestly, I go for long periods of this game without being in premium. I only buy premium if I have enough silver normally to play it, or if I'm going to be playing with my brothers for extended period of time. I'll hear talking and messing up. I don't have my roast pork going. That's why. Let's eat some roast pork. Yeah, if you play right after I do this dungeon, log in, get yourself to Fort Sterling, or at least close enough to Fort Sterling in the area, and I'll help level you up. We'll even get you a whole set of gear. You just say what weapon you want. I'll gear you up. And then we can just showcase all the basics of the actual game. If you're interested. I mean, some people don't want to be power leveled. Alright, well, I'll still be here. I got time. And we can showcase all the beginnings. I would think, thank you. Well, that's very complimentary. Thank you that my videos are very helpful. It's because I'm actually playing the game and I explain it. A lot of times with the videos that I've seen, they cut and paste and they rip things out, and they'll just cut and paste what they think is most important, but that's not always what the most important is. The most important is to see the full thing, because when you're playing the game, there's just so much. That's my own honest opinion. Everybody can take it how they want. I don't think this is going to be a good fight with me fighting two archers like this. In fact, I think this is a bad idea. So we're going to redo this. But thank you. That's a great compliment. Videos are more helpful than others. Thank you. I try to put as much good content in as I can. Let's get rid of those archers. And again, I do apologize for the last time that you were in trying to chat saying yo, and my mic was muted. I was literally responding and I thought everybody was ghosting me. So when somebody put in that ghosted thing, I was like, oh yeah, everybody's ghosting me. I'm talking, but no one's saying anything more. Well, really, when I rewatched my video, I was like, oh, my mic was muted the whole time. I had a lot of background noise going around. My kid was making a ton of noise, so I kept muting my mic back and forth. But what was probably happening on my side was each time I was talking, I was muted, and each time I didn't want to talk, I unmuted myself. So I had reversed my mic. Like a silly person. The difficulties of learning to stream live. So this boss right here is not that... What's up, kid? You want cereal? Alright, make you a bowl of cereal right after this boss. Didn't we just eat lunch, though?
Interesting.
Good, good. I did kill enough guys. Let's open this up. Let me step away for a tiny bit. I'm going to stand over here in this little corner here and hope somebody comes behind me. And I'm going to go get my son bowl of cereal. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry for that. I'm back. Let's go ahead and walk around. So yeah, once you get home, how long do you think it's gonna take you to get home, Asta? 30 minutes, an hour, 45 minutes, 2 hours? Some people can live very far away from work. I know my commute to work, back in the day, could do 2-3 hours. Pretty nuts. So I understand the working job, working life. Did you? You might be driving home or catching a train or however you're getting home, Asta. But did you get to watch the how to use skill books? How to use skill books and learn up and how to train up all the basics? I think that video which I made last night should help a lot of new players. I'll direct a lot of new players to that one. Because that's really the basics. Even advanced players, I'm actually find a lot of people that play this game and they go through it, they didn't know a lot of the basics of the game. So I think that one is very helpful, honestly. I wish I had knew that when I first started the game. Because I didn't even know that. Let's go big. Our cloak's gonna pop, guarantee. We're taking too much damage. Make sure we get rid of her at least. Looks like we lost Asta, but that's okay. Start collecting some of this normal gear. Now that I'm practiced and warmed up, if that guy in the beginning of my first stream came back, oh, would have got him. He ran away twice. I'm just upset at myself because I didn't catch a runner twice. My build's meant to be able to catch runners. Like this. Snare him and then get him. Making our way down. Oh, what am I doing? Can I make this pass? Can I go down? I can't go down because I attacked. I went in combat. Just gonna take him. Being lazy. We won't leave these guards. Let's take this though. Just died right next to the entrance, so try and grab the loot. Did good. Big and nasty book. RGDT. Gonna spawn one of those things. Faction defense points. Kind of nice. Still getting faction points. Already at 19,000. Remember how we went in and captured those regions? Well, guess I didn't have that on stream. I had the first 10 minutes on the other one. Because I didn't have the right thumbnail in the beginning, but we fixed that. We fixed it. For those that are just joining, we are in a tier 5 group dungeon from a map. I went and read one of these maps so you can buy from the auction house. They're just 31,000 silver. Didn't really keep track of how much we have. Normally about 130. We'll just say 130,000 silver. So whatever we make more than our rough estimate right here is all profit. About 20,000 silver in profit. We've only beat, I think, one boss with the green chest so far. So we're making our way down. And that was profit right there. These books. There should be a second boss. That's just skill books. But if this was the blue skill book one, then that would definitely be worth it. Well, green skill books are never really worth that much. Let's get rid of these ads that will definitely attack us if we were to try to attack that boss.
Research material.
Definitely has some fun words. Research material.
I need an assistant. Assist.
Good. Alright, what kind of books we get? Cheapy kind, I think. Yeah, cheapy kind. It's okay. We'll keep them up here. With all other book stuff. Arcade key. We're gonna get the Lancer too, it looks like. We'll take the damage so we can do a little bit more damage. About the less hit points you have. Just do more damage with that skill. Alright. It's a dead end. There's a whole bunch of guys there. Looks like we've got a lot of them. R key, we'll do D key now. I really should group these guys up though. We'll hit them all right here. Take out this one. R key now. We'll do more damage since we're lowered hit points. Alright. Probably need to kite this guy a little bit, so we're gonna do that. Good. Two guys there. Probably can just skip them for now. How did I aggro that guy? Hit the R key now, hit the D key. We'll stand right here, we'll take more damage on purpose. Hit the R key again, taking more damage on purpose. Alright. Get rid of this trap. Get rid of this archer. Hello mates. Hey! Welcome Rack. What is it? Redictionable? Redictionable? Sorry, I pronounced the name wrong. I don't know how to pronounce that. Redictionable? Is that kind of on a run upon on words for fictional? It's a made up word, yeah. I was having a hard time pronouncing it when I looked at it. Still cool. Does it have like another meaning of the made up words that you made? Have you been playing Albion Online for long? Or have you ever played Albion Online? What led you to here? I don't know if I should do that without beating these guys. I'll get the ad. Get rid of these traps first. Hmm? Not really. My WoW character's name was Radek back in the days, and I tinkered around. Yeah, that's totally fine. Yeah, I made up a lot of weird names too back in the day. When you say WoW, did you ever? Because I'm old. I played the very first WoW, classical WoW, when it came out. My day's been busy. I had a very, very, very stressful, busy day, but it's been going good so far. How about yourself? My day's been going pretty good after my busy day. Just been going to Albion Online, reducing stress as best I can. Ran into a first log day and I let a runner, a PvP runner, was soloing a faction outpost. And this guy ran away from me twice. I let him run away twice. Which to me, all I had to do was do this. And I could have snared him and then got him. But I just logged into the game, And I wasn't prepared for that fight. So, I let him run twice. While I was soloing a faction Outpost boss. Which is kind of silly of me. I'll make sure to chop it up and put it in. I think this is where I let a guy go twice. Ah, 69,000. That's a pretty good haul. These are only sub-bosses. Hopefully we'll get a good last boss. Making our way down. Making our way down. So I guess I have to ask you, Dictionaful, do you play Albion Online at all? Or you only play WoW? Or games like WoW? 'Cause this game is a lot different than World of Warcraft. I compare this game more to like MMO League of Legends. That's how I relate to Albion Online. Can you increase the volume of your voice or turn down the sound effects a little bit? Oh, thank you for letting me know. How's that? Is that better? Last 2 weeks ago. Cool. What kind of weapon do you use? What kind of weapon and set do you run? Leather armor? Plate armor? Cloth armor? You do damage? You're a caster? Up close and melee and personal? So I'm a nature staff wielder, and my brother, he always likes sword because he wants to pretend he's a paladin. So he always does sword. Oh, I'm just gonna walk this down. And then my other brother, he's all into tanking and doing PvP. So he goes mace. Mace and hammer. He actually has a wide variety of different ones, but he mainly focuses on PvP builds. I focus on the nature staff because I wanted to be a healer slash like druid. And then I just realized that I could do so much more damage being this type of build, and so that's why I play this, the one I'm playing now. Now I'm playing it. I'm trying to make oddballs work. Hammers are great. My odds always work with assist so far, like maces, especially Morningstar and Heavy Mace. I think Heavy Mace is a great PvP weapon, or whatever you plan to do, tanking or PvP, as well as hammers. Honestly, if you get really good at hammers and maces, you can lock down mass amount of people and take them out. That's actually the next weapon I want to go with my main guy here, is either mace or hammer. It's true. Hammers and maces are kind of hard to do solo. I would agree with that. That's a fair assessment. It's great for crowd control though. Wow, just takes practice. Everybody starts off as not good in the beginning. More practice you put in, the better you can get at something. It's my own personal opinion. I'm sure you'll get there. It's all about doing good practice, right? So a lot of people in a lot of chats, yeah, in a lot of chats, people would come and tell me, well, why do you run these dungeons on yellow or in the safe zone? Why do you run such high level gear and do all these different things? I use the same set. I don't change out my set to do PvP or solo group content, what I'm doing right now. And this is practice. Everything I'm doing in here is practice. So when I come over here and you see how I aimed it like this, that's practice to me. Moving and attacking, so I move, attack, that's also practice to me as well. Everything I'm doing, I consider it and take it as practice. And when you do it good enough, when you actually comes to actually needing to use it, you hopefully perform well, because it's muscle memory at that point. So that's why I do it. And so it's not about, I know some people are saying you make more money in the black zone. Exactly, yeah. It's all just about practice. Or just group these guys up and take them. So I'm glad you've watched some of my other videos and heard me say that. Exactly. I mean, I didn't start off as a professional, or not professional, but as a good player in Albion Online. I definitely made lots of mistakes. And that's the other thing too. What some people do is they'll rage and they'll go over. It's not about getting upset about it. It's just learning. Like, you're gonna die eventually. You can never be 100% perfect run every single time, but as long as you do as best you can with what you got, this guy's gonna pounce. So I'm moving. Yeah. Practice, practice. Okay, she's gonna pounce again, so we're moving. Make sure he doesn't pounce on me. Hit the R key and D key now. The PvP training is wonky. If you're doing open world, you get ganked by the classic bears. Pause. It's been like the true open world EXP. Yeah, it's true. That are true statements. PvP training is definitely... That's why I do faction outposts, and you get that group fighting going on. And you just watch what other builds... Observe and watch what other people do. Is it the expert dungeon thing? Oh, that's expert solo. Yep. Thank you. I'm glad I'm able to relate. You understand the points I'm making. Albion Online has a lot of good and a lot of bad, and a lot of people that probably rage quit or hate. This is one of those games where it really is, the more time you spend in it, the more stronger your character becomes. And the main reason for that is just because of the skill tree, which is massive, right? And you really, if you specialize in one category, it's really hard to get them all to 100. And then if you really wanted to go crazy, you go 120 in every single one of them. It takes a long time to do that. And I'm sure people have by now accomplished that. But they spend a lot of time doing that. And so I also get that hate comment too, right? The hate comment of, oh, I'm wearing all tier 8. I've faced other people in the same tier 8, but it's also about skills, right? So if you get even the same tier 8, but I'm more skilled up than the other player, then yeah, I'm going to do more damage and be able to take more damage. It's because I spent the time leveling it up. I've spent the time in the game. That's true too. It adds a whole nother thrill to the game. Some people like it, some people don't like it. Yep. Me, I was never about looting other players. I was just about leveling up and gearing up. In fact, even when I do PvP in the black zone, yeah, I can see that. I don't even know if mine's a meta build. I don't even know. I don't even look at meta builds. I just select what I want to play and how I enjoy playing the game, and I just play it. This is what I find enjoyment in. Because at any time, if I want to play with friends, I just come in here and switch my skills up, and then I'm a healer. And then I have fun healing. And then if I want to do damage or solo, I just switch my skills around and go right back. Yep. Because I'm more, I guess you could say I'm a more casual, real player in a sense because I play a lot of games. But I play casually because I'm not super competitive. But I play maybe semi on a competitive level compared to some people. They're gonna leave these guys. Oh, the dumbest builds you come up with and they're not working. Maybe it's because the skill's not high enough, or I found almost every build in Albion Online can do something. Whether it's affected or not, I guess it depends on what you're trying to do. Mass amount of group guys, or maybe roast pork. That's my downvote there. There we go. Need some roast pork. Because if you're doing hammer and mace, yeah, soloing is very hard, obviously. I don't know, I've considered hammer, mace, curse staffs. I've even done arcanes. I think it's arcanes. I don't know what the exact name. That arcane staff though is pretty cool. I've seen some people do some pretty neat things. But what it all boils down to is what you enjoy. Yeah. However you enjoy the game. Albion Online is definitely one of those games where it's like you can make up your build and do whatever you want. If you wanted to play a tanky healer, you can. If you wanted to play a damage dealer healer, you can. If you wanted to play a hammer and mace that, I don't know, I don't know that enough about hammer and mace to make a true good comment on it, but my brother does is the one that's, he probably respond to it better, but I do know that hammer and mace have good crowd control. A lot of it. Oh. If you wanted to farm wood and bows, you can. Hello, Death Bomb, welcome. But as far as, let's see, kind of sad they changed holy stats. Honestly, I haven't even checked all the updates. I just rejoined 9 days ago, because my premium is 21 days. I rejoined 9 days ago. I didn't read a thing. I just jumped right back into the game and be like, okay, let's see what changes they made. Didn't read anything or anything. But I do know holy stats back in the day, the smite. Yeah, that was actually, they could out damage even nature staffs if done right, which was kind of impressive. Oh, I don't want him to do that, whatever she's gonna do. You know, I find that it happens a lot. or Addictionful. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Every game I play, like you enjoy a game a lot, right? Like there's this game called Dofus. You may or may not have heard Dofus. Um, and then they released Dofus Touch. Did I get all of the specs in the past 9 days? You mean my books? My skills? No, I've been playing for a long time. But I opened up a whole bunch of different skills, yes, because I used my books. So I opened up Faction Warfare. I used my faction points to buy. Oh, and nature staffs? Oh no. I've had most of my nature stats for some time now. There's only 2 stats that I hadn't leveled up before I joined back up. So when I joined back up, there was only 2 stats I didn't have at 100. This one, Iron Staff, and this one. All these other ones I had done up in the past before I came back. Yeah, right? I would 100% agree with that. Yeah, I've spent a lot of time in Albion Online. I was one of the founders. So when the game first came out, I literally am one of the founders. I was all anticipating the game before it came out. I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be great." Then I played it. I played it for the whole first year and a half, and then I stopped playing, and I switched to something else. But my brother, one of them, he never stopped playing. He plays every day, in fact, still. The day that I got him on it, and he doesn't play any other games. I keep asking him to go play something else, and he's like, "No, I'm playing Albion." I'm like, "Okay." Yeah, I agree. But you know, his consistency, that's his thing. And honestly, anytime I play with him, he is so skilled and so well geared that me and him go around, and if we ever do any PvP or anything, we kind of just annihilate everything. Yeah, he's a very good trait. He goes sword, and whatever his offhand is, he just keeps switching. He's just leveling up all the skills. I'm sure he's maxed out 120 in all of them. Because that was the thing. It wasn't that he just wanted to play. He wanted to max out every skill to 120. So he plays and grinds until he gets to 120 in all of them. I don't even have 120 in my main weapon. But I remember over several years ago, he had already gotten 120 in his weapons and everything else. So I'm sure he's worked on getting 120 in everything else by now. All right, let's see the profit. 601K. It's pretty good. Let's get on out. Run back to town, sell this off. See where we're at. We're right here. We're closer this way, I think. Instead of going... I mean, if I go... we'll figure it out as we get there. Ooh, a blue one. Take it. In fact, a lot of times what I spent more time doing is what I'm doing right here. You would turn on like a show, watch like Netflix or something, and just walk around these areas and just farm, mindlessly farm. Because you could do it on your phone too. That's the nice thing about Albion Online. And leveling up skills like this and just farming, it's good profit. Like if I come over here and I look at how much this was literally 11,000. All I did was click a button. I don't want to level that one up. And if I wanted to do, I could just come over here mindlessly and just farm iron and everything else. Nope, that's me. I am the guy that remembered the exact times of respawns And I was so nuts that I would have 3 timers, and I'd have 3 timers going off. Yeah, that was me. So as soon as I looted, I would reset the timer. And then I would have several different accounts, each camping each one. And as soon as I know that the timer's up, the guy would log in and take it. And that's how I got all my silver. But then they changed something. I think that is the reason why I stopped playing Albion Online. Is they changed the loot system in chests. After they changed the loot system in chests. Yeah, know your game mechanics. That's correct. The more and more you loot the same chest over and over again on the world map, you get less and less. It got to a point where I was literally only making like 11,000, 15,000 from those chests. And I was like, well, let's quit for a little bit before we come back. Because I was looting them too much. Yeah, if you keep looting the same type of chests in the same areas over and over again, you get less and less loot. Exactly. Which I didn't like that change. So I stopped playing. But other than that, I actually really enjoy the game. I love the PvP aspect. I love doing faction outposts. And I love group content too. So if anybody, even yourself, want to play group content or whatever you want me to help you level up a skill or something, I'm happy to do that too. Right now, I'm just trying to make the money back so that if I want to pay for another 30 days, I'll have the 20,000 silver to do it. Because I had spent a whole bunch of silver because I didn't even know when I came back. I didn't know they had enhancement level 4 stuff already. So I spent all my extra silver on buying 3 pieces of enhancement 4 tier 8, and I was like, well, there's all my silver. I haven't even filled out because I still need to buy a piece of enhancement for this and enhancement for this. Not as expensive, but I don't even have the silver for that right now. Yeah, they're 8-4s. And if I had the silver, they would be masterpiece ones, but they're not. They're just excellence. I don't have that much. I don't have that much silver. But I mean, I've gotten a decent amount of silver now in the past some odd. And harvest a wood aspect. Deathbound, I'm not following what you're asking or saying. The one thing I want to do and harvest a wood aspect. What is a wood aspect? What does that mean?
Don't be shy.
Maybe I don't know enough about it. Is that the wood aspect mount? The name of that big tree ant guy? Wait a second. 102 compared to this? It's literally almost the same price. That was a good amount of money. Solo dungeon, we don't need that. That's those really big mobs in the open world with like 50k health and give you like ticks of harvesting. Are you talking about those mount ones? Here. These are talking about if they even still have it. I think I know what you're talking about. Oh, let's go over here and search for it. Like those, what is that? Big, huge tree head guy. I know what you're talking about. They're like battle mounts, right? Not the mounts. Oh. I don't even know what this is. What is this? Oh. You already got a whole bunch of new mounts. I'm not gonna worry about it. So much more money involved in that. That's those really big mobs in the open world with 50k health and give you like... It's a resource mob he's talking about. Oh! Well, that's new. I don't think I've ever ran into a big I've found resource nodes, but never a resource mob. Oh, yeah. That's content I never got to. Be nice to do it one day, though. Maybe you can teach me a thing or two. We can go in and actually do it. It needs to be repaired. Can you repair this here? Can! What? That's a change. I'll have to walk all the way back out to repair my stuff. That's cool. Aspects are rare. Large versions of resource mobs. The when killed can be harvested for enormous amounts of the respective resources. Now that sounds amazing, but it also sounds in the open world that people are hunting for those, and you most likely be a lot of PvP around it. Or am I mistaken on that? How do you locate them on the map? Would it be like in one of these? Would you be able to see them? Like in a castle or something? Or one of those... in a dungeon? Like one of these dungeon things? Or is it this thing right here? Is it this thing right here? As an example? They're in the red zones. So you literally have to go in with lesser gear unless you want to risk losing it all and fight these big huge things. Like this. Oh, this one's not in a red zone. This is a yellow zone. Recommended for 10 players. Oh. That sounds fun to do, but I doubt I can do that solo. That's definitely a team content right there. Let's come over here. Let's put the bag of monies in the chests. And we can open them all up as a grand revealing or whatever. Put this in there, put this in there. Money, money, money. Store these in here for now too. Cool. It sounds neat. Sounds like something I would definitely enjoy doing. I'm gonna guess it's these thingies, right? Maybe. You used to be able to solo kill them with nature says, right? What? That's kind of neat. You can still solo them, you're saying. Alright. Where do I go to find one? Here? Oh, you won't know till they spawn, right? They just randomly spawn on the world map. That's where we at. We're at 815 million. Making our way back to getting more money. Slow and steady. What's my Harris gathering stat? Huh. I think I can get tier 6 in iron only. Again, I don't do so much mining as I would like. Right here, I'm like... Yeah, I'm not even a Grandmaster ore yet. I'm waiting for this to go so I can spend the points to level this up. I need to do more mining. Not even close. Haven't done enough. Takes a long time to level up mining or anything. And also, when I first started the game, I was silly. I went straight, hammer. Quarry Master. I was leveling up this. Because I thought, oh, this will probably be worth something. Help build, buildings and islands. Lo and behold, it was the worst skill to learn because it's not the most profitable at all. So then I switched to something else, which also took a long time to switch to the other ones. All right, where are we at? Vanguard. I want to go here. Looks like they're already fighting Penfinar. Let's get some more faction points. Then we can get another. Then we'll pop another dungeon. Do another dungeon. I think that's a good rotation. Faction outposts. Pop a map. Do a map. Get a whole bunch of silver. Run back. Because my faction's at 22,000. Can buy 2 chests already. Making away, making away. Where are we at? They have that one and then this one, and they're already doing this one. That has no stars. This one has 1 star. I won't make it up there in time, so we'll solo cap this one over here. If we can. Looks like there's guys there. We're not gonna fight that many. That would not be wise. It's tier 5? It is a tier 5. But it's already somebody's inside. We're gonna leave it. They're gonna make their... There's not worth it. See, there's no stars on it. Unless there's at least 1 star. These people are taking everything back too quickly. You don't get as many faction points. Tempted to delete the map right here on this map. It's tier 5. That's tier 5. Yeah. But see, if I open it here, I guarantee it's going to send me here most likely. So let's do that. Let's eat it. Why there? Why? Why not ever spawn it on the map I'm on?
Your time is fleeting.
I decided to just do it real quick. If somebody comes, then we'll just... Oh, did I just hit the 1 key? Just wasted a invisibility. I hit the wrong key. We'll leave it. Let's go for a dungeon. Do you have a favorite mount? Yeah, I'm writing my favorite mount. Right here. Well, it was. I don't think this thing works anymore. I've never seen this thing actually work. You can't use it. I used to be able to do Toxic Spit. Toxic Cloud. And now this button's always grayed out. I don't know how to use it anymore since I came back. This was my favorite mount, but I don't know how it works anymore. Here's another tier 5. Do you have a favorite mount? Redactionable? Redictionable? However you pronounce your name? Here we go. Alright. Let's get rid of this. We'll leave 1, 2 at least. 2 archers are good. Leaving 3 archers is actually good. Get rid of these though. There we go. Leave all those archers. Or not. B key. wonder if Asta's gonna come on. The Rams? Bohorgan Rams? I think that's, is it the Frost Ram? Can't remember the exact, all the Rams. Yeah, the Rams are actually really neat. I think my brother is the one that always has a Ram. Bighorn, oh, Bighorn Rams, not back, I don't know. Read that wrong. Bighorn Rams are neat, yeah. Or are they the new mount? I'm thinking of a Frost Ram, I think. The Bighorn Ram something new? Looks like they've added a whole bunch of new things in the game and I don't know about them all. Martlock maps? Bighorn Martlock maps. I'll have to look it up. Let's see. Let's see. Martlock Albion Online. Bighorn Ram. The tier 5 one? I was thinking of the tier 6 Frost Ram. But if it's a tier 5 one, yeah. Yeah, the Frost Ram's good for the dodge. I don't think I've ever bought or used the Bighorn Ram. There's a tier 6 one? I don't even know of a tier 5 one. Based on what Google's saying. Alright, can I click on this? That doesn't even let me click on it. Basically, this one right here, right? I think that's the one you're talking about. I'm over here not paying attention, reading back and forth, doing things. But yeah. Is there a TA version? TA version. I'm looking. Those are battle mounts. Huh. Hmm. I'll have to go look in the auction house and take a look at these different mounts. this right here. These spawners. More key. Let's not die here. I'm over here reading too many things. I'm looking at mounts. Hit the R key, hit the D key. This is down, this is down. Can skip this now. Go down to level 2. I don't have any roast pork going. Let's eat some roast pork. All right. Let you guys go boom. So besides hammer and mace, redactionful, what else do you like to do in Albion Online besides building strange, weird builds? Or non-meta builds? Crafting? What crafting skills did you go? And if you like doing that type of thing in Albion Online, hey, have you ever heard of Ultima Online? Tucked up the user feeds. Yeah, crafting is kind of complicated with all the taxes and everything else if you don't have your own island with all the actual crafting stations. It's pretty nuts. I didn't know that. Future staffs are probably really high in demand, huh? You don't get the resources returned? Really? You must always lose money. I've noticed that. So other people's crafting stations you can get materials returned, but your own crafting stations you don't. Huh. That's as if you use focus points, right? I was big into crafting too. But the crafting system here in Albion Online, so complicated with all the taxes and all the silver and everything else. It really is hard to turn a profit, just like you're saying. And then it's hard to stay motivated to keep doing that as well. So I definitely see the challenge that you face when trying to do crafting. And that's it for sure. Yep. But, you know, I guess some people find excitement in that. But if you're going to do that, you might as well do it in the real world, right? Make real money. That's my opinion anyways. They make it so much like a real life type of thing. And you spend all this time. And they should make it more profitable for people that are crafters, but they don't. They make it harder. Like you should be able to own your own station, crafting station, and be able to get all the returns that you need. Oh, I just grabbed too many. Haha. 4 million dopamine. And the estimated value goes up. It's a lot of looking at prices and waiting for buy orders and so on. Makes sense. Alright, let's do some focus and let's get these guys down. Get these bosses. I don't think this is a boss that I've fought in on stream yet. It still pulled all of these ads. That's a lot of ads. And there's a chain puller too. Okay, fine. You want me over here. But real crafters do the real stuff. Like, I don't know, 500 saddle horses and things like that. It sounds like they have multiple accounts doing 5,000 saddle horses. Which a lot of people do. A lot of people have multiple accounts. Yeah, I got the last one with invisible gem. One guy, I don't know the exact number, more than 50 accounts for refining. Yeah, isn't that nuts? 50 accounts. Couldn't even manage. Couldn't even imagine managing 50 accounts, let alone the amount of accounts I have. I just play with one now. However they enjoy the game, right? It sounds more like work than work. Yeah, yeah. I don't know how you get paid. 50 accounts. Yeah. I mean, if you could turn 50 accounts into a profit, that breaks the agreement with this, though. In reality trade, yeah. That breaks the user agreement, though, with Albion Online, though. We shouldn't be doing that, but yeah. That just sounds nuts. And it sounds like too much work. Doesn't sound something that I would enjoy doing. Sounds like a 9-to-5 job in the office. But worse. Because you just do the same thing over and over and over again. Yeah, if it's work, they don't enjoy it either. Maybe it's they enjoy the whole thrill of it. Everybody enjoys the game differently, right? 50 accounts and building and crafting things is definitely something you like, then hey, you enjoy it. Some people do things you have no idea why they do it. What sounds nuts to some of us might just be what brings them joy. It's not something I would do, though. But honestly, if you like crafting in Albion Online and you like all this type of game, if you haven't checked it out, it's a very old game, but it still exists. Is you should probably look at Ultima Online. And in fact, that is probably one of the games that I may switch to in stream. Just because Ultima Online is just a far more in-depth game than Albion Online. On so many layers. I can't believe there's another down. Let's just take these guys on and do it. I like Ultima Online's crafting system, its skill system. Yeah. And it's more rewarding. To me personally. After some time when you do this enough, Albion Online is definitely fun. But it loses its, well, what do I want to do next type of aspect. After a while. Where in Ultima Online, man, you have so many more things you can do. What's the price for Ultima Online? It's free. Go look up Ultima Online forever. 100% free at this point now. It's so old. But yeah, I will showcase it. So if you Google Ultima Online forever, it's the free show. If you play the actual EA servers, Ultima Online, then yeah, that costs money for subscription. Anybody that plays on the actual servers nowadays is really old. But Ultima Online Forever is just a shard-based game where people have set up the whole server and the game for free, and you play. And personally, Ultima Online Forever is so close to the original game, yeah, you might as well give it a shot if you're looking for it. Now they also have a whole bunch of modded servers. It's just like, World of Warcraft, right? World of Warcraft has its own servers, and then people had their own shards and modded other things. But yeah, Ultima Online Forever sticks close. It's true enough to the original game. They did mod a few things just to bring more enjoyment to the game, because the biggest enjoyment with Ultima Online is its magic system, spell system, as well as its pet system. I think that's the only thing Albion Online is missing. If they add an Albion Online where you could summon pets or summon something or bring pets or tame pets and use them in the game, I would constantly be playing Albion Online. But they don't have a taming system in here. They just have rideable mounts, right? Where Ultima Online literally has it so you can control your pets, you can tame pets and monsters, you can tame dragons, and use dragons in the same type of aspect of this. And the other thing as well about Ultima Online has, besides over Albion Online, is a far more in-depth skill system that you could use at your disposal at any time. Granted, Albion Online has a lot of different weapons, right? You switch out your weapon, you use them. Where in Ultima Online, once you learn magic, you have a whole set of different spells you could use for different scenarios to do different things. And its crafting system is very huge as well. And much more defined, where it's very rewarding for a crafter to actually craft things. It's one of those old type of games that just has a lot of depth built into it. Like if you ever heard of, and again I'm talking old references for old games, have you ever heard of multi-user dungeons or multi-user dimensions, which are MUDs, short for MUD. MUDs were full text-based games that you could play from the command line using Telnet or just over MUD clients over the internet. And that's what Ultima Online reminds me of. The full world open text games where literally, if you can imagine it, you can do it. That's where games like Skyrim and everything else, they try to replicate it with all this graphics and everything, but really when you're trying to build that much into a game, simplifying the graphics and just going there is, you can still keep building and build more. It's all about gameplay at that point. And I believe Albion Online, the one that we're playing here, they definitely tried to integrate graphics with gameplay as much as they can. And they did a very good job. I really like it. There's just certain things that I would wish that they put in. Like a pet system. I would love a pet system. But how it would work with all the PvP and everything else? I don't know. How would you be able to control your pet? What's the unfair advantage if you have a pet? All those different questions have to be answered. So. Oh, and the travel system in Albion Online. That drives me nuts too. So, again, I'm reference back to Ultima Online. You can make ruins and teleport anywhere in the world and save your location anywhere in the world and re-teleport yourself back to those locations. Which makes it so you can travel around the world really quickly. Now that's a boss I've never seen before. What is that? Fallen Governor? Here is a brand new boss. I have never... Well, brand new boss to me. I've never faced this one. Or I don't remember ever facing him. Maybe I'll be reminded with these things that are flying around. But nothing striking my memory so far. At least it doesn't do ridiculous damage in the beginning with his swing speed. To the RKDK now. Interesting mechanics. Oh, yes. In most games with pet systems, I'm gonna agree with you, Redactionable. But Ultima Online is not designed that way. In order for you to get a pet, you have to find it, tame it, and then train it up. I'm gonna go F. This guy's doing a lot of damage. Let's focus before he kills me. Watch it. Oh, he just went big. R key now, D key now. Don't go invis. I just did. I'm gonna 100% agree with you. Most pet systems in most games are like cash grabs. Ultima Online is one of the only few games where the pet system doesn't feel or is like that, in my own personal opinion. No. In fact, many people in Ultima Online never do pets. You can be like a full, like, stealthy assassin. You can be a tanky guy. You can be like a paladin. You could be a necromancer. You can build your guy however you want in Ultima Online. And in fact, most people, the only reason why you do pets is to be able to gain money. Yeah. In Ultima Online, pets are a way to make money, not for PvP or for enjoying the game in full. So most people don't do pets for enjoying the game in full. They'll do like archery, or they'll be a lancer or melee combat or something along those lines. But the pet system, if you want to make a lot of money, pets are normally the way in Ultima Online to make money. And not to sell pets, you train the pet up to go kill and take on bosses and stuff. But you can still do it even without a pet. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this boss with what I just did. I'm going to need to change the skill up, I feel like. Because he's going to go berserk soon. All my skills are on cooldown. I'm talking here. We're going to need to do a third attempt. I know it. He's doing alright. Silly rabbits. Tricks are for kids. Yes, you can do that in Ultima Online. Yes, you can. You can buy, sell, trade. You have to have a pet taming skill, though. Ultima Online has a huge learning curve. Kind of just like Albion Online as well. But once you learn it, and the more you learn, and the more time you spend, the more powerful your characters become. Character or characters, depending if you play more than one guy. But if you're interested in Albion Online, which a lot of people are, that is the game I would recommend. If you really liked Albion Online, I guarantee you'll like Ultima Online even better. My own personal opinion. Just also know though, on Ultima Online, um, everywhere you go is like a black zone. So anywhere, even in town, if somebody kills you in town, they can take all of your stuff. So the risk level is huge, constantly, everywhere you go. But again, if you like Ultima Online, Albion Online, you'll like Ultima Online for sure. I think honestly, I feel like the Albion Online was built off of that template in many ways. I don't know if I got him, but I'm trying. Here we go. I got him. Purple chest, purple chest. Please have more than 200k, which you didn't, but that's okay. Not bad. Oh yeah, we're here. Don't have any stars. Let's make our way back. Just finished the tier 5 dungeon. With a map that we bought from the auction house. We're now making our way back to town. Sell off all these resources. Some combat gun over here. Check it out. If I can get up. I went the wrong way. Haha. Wrong way. But I can hear some fighting. Oh, he get snared? What was that? Sure, it had 3 on him. There's more fighting going on over there. Ooh, I get points still. Help cap it. help capture. 26,000. Now look at this number right here. 26,000 faction points. There's an enemy somewhere. It's not allowing me to use abilities. Tag all these guys. 2 damage. The Archie again. Alright. That's done. We can go to 2 now. Where are we at? Oh, we're in here. We're defending. I should get a defensive bonus. I should get a big defensive bonus because this is 4 stars. It's worth it.
Your time is fleeting.
Points. Just this massive white blob. Do you stream on a regular basis? Well, since I only just learned about streaming 9 days ago, I've been streaming every day. I just stream when I can. So I'm gonna say a yes. As of current, as long as I have time. I stream at different hours, different times because it's just when I have time. So I'll answer that as of right now, yes, but I don't have a set schedule. Nor do I have a set time period. Whenever I have time. Got family, got work, got everything. I only stream when I can stream. Work-life balance, right? But basically, what my goal is, anytime I'm playing, I'll stream. I'll try to. Whatever game I'm playing. So that's why I stream different games. Because I just made a commitment. Whatever I'm playing, I'll just stream it now. I wanted to do this back in the 1990s. But I don't know why I never started. Just never did. Yeah, whatever game I'm playing, whatever it is I'm playing, I'll stream it. So Albion Online for now, but I can guarantee I will not be playing Albion Online forever. Nor will I be playing Cosmeteer forever. Or I even have 7 days. I have, what is it, Project Zomboid also going to have a bunch of those episodes that will be uploaded as well. And then, I don't know. I'm trying to think of what the next game I would switch to. Maybe Ultima Online. Maybe 7 Days to Die. Maybe Dofus, because there's so many people that don't even know what Dofus is. That's actually what I was thinking about last night. Dofus is a really fun game. But I stopped playing that game too because they changed that game too. And I was like, no, why did you make that change? Outside the change, the game is still amazing. Now I know there's Dofus and there's Dofus 2 and then there's Walkthrough and there's all the other ones. I played them all. In fact, out of every game I've ever played in my entire life, and I have games where I literally have 200,000 hours worth of time. I can say this about this game. Dofus and Dofus Touch. I have played more hours than any other game I've ever played in my life. And I don't know how many hours I've played because it doesn't keep track of that. Like even Albion Online, I think I only have like 2 months worth of game time played. At most, maybe less. Yeah, a lot of people haven't heard of what Dofus or Dofus Touch is. Some people pronounce it Doofus. It's a French game. In fact, I only learned about it from one of my other brothers who I don't get to play with as often. I have another brother that also plays a lot of games. It is basically a turn-based, real-time strategy game. So if you ever heard of XCOM or those other type of games, and it's an MMO, real-time, turn-based. No other game has ever done MMO quite like Dofus that I've ever played. Who's whispering me? What? It's another language. I don't understand that other language. And I'm not going to spend the time to try to translate it. Sorry. Can imagine the combination of genres. Yeah, it's a turn-based MMO. And man, its system is so well defined and so well. I think it's a game that at least for me, I really liked playing it before they made the modifications that they did. The changes they made, they ruined the game for me on another level, and so I stopped playing for a long time. It is. It's a ton of fun. In fact, the original game was just called Dofus, or Doofus, and then they got Dofus 2. And then back when it first came back out, many years ago, I was talking to my brother, and we were all talking, this would be such a neat game if they brought it to the phone, and if they brought it to the phone, I would totally play it. And that's where the game called Dofus Touch is the mobile version. Now, the mobile version, they're not combined servers. The mobile version Dofus Touch is completely different than the original game. So if you do whatever you decide to play, they're not cross-platform, as far as I'm aware. Maybe they've changed that, but I don't think they've changed it since. And the other thing too is Dofus, the original game, is and still is a paid-for game. So in order to play the entire game, you had to pay for it. But the nice thing is Dofus Touch, you can play the entire game, and it's fully unlocked for free, which I'm glad they did that. So that's why I switched over to Dofus Touch, where my main characters on Dofus were big, but you can't transfer them over. They're not cross-platform. So I had to make brand new characters on Dofus Touch. And the game is free. The only thing to pay content is, just like Albion Online, you pay money to get better XP and stuff. But you can play the game 100% for free. Everything's unlocked. Where the original game, you couldn't do that. You couldn't play the entire game without paying money. Which is why some people were turned off of it, because it was a French game and you had to pay, like if your bank, way back in the day, you tried to pay for the game Dofus. I told my brother to go play, and he tried to pay, and his bank flagged him as somebody was trying to steal his account, and then they locked down his bank account and locked down everything. And I was like, oops, sorry, it's a French game. Make sure to tell your bank it's a French game. So that's one downside, and it still is a French game. They have US servers now and everything, and it went its way. But oh, another good game too, which I wish was still popular, but it's not. Shattered Galaxy. I'm really into real-time strategy games. Yeah, the original Dofus. Don't play the original Dofus. I recommend Dofus Touch, which is mobile. That's probably what I'll showcase. Is the Dofus Touch version. You just have to use it on mobile. But the ways you can play mobile now, you just plug your phone, if you have a Samsung or whatever you have, iPhone or something, into your computer, boot it up, and load the game from there, and you can play it on a computer if you want it. And you can get Dofus Touch from the App Store, and you won't have any problems buying or paying for it now. And that one, and my reasons behind the French game Dofus, the problems only existed back in the day. Like now, because they have U.S. servers and U.S. everything, because they've expanded so big, you won't have any of those pain problems. I'm talking about years and years ago, when Dofus first came out. I started playing it here in the U.S. when almost everybody was in France or French speaking. But I was still playing with him because I was like, oh, this is such a good game. Let's get rid of all this. All right. I think I'm at a point where I probably need to get off. I need to go do a bunch of things with family. Oh, European. Yeah. You shouldn't have a problem at all. You're European and you've never heard of Dofus? Dofus. Dofus. Let me see if I can Google it and it comes up the way I want. Dofus, I go straight to Dofus Touch for me. Dofus Touch. Oh man. And that's a game where if you don't understand everything and how every single skill works and how all these different units work, that's a huge. I'm not gonna lie, Dofus Touch and Dofus the game alone, its learning curve is huge. But the more you know and the more you play, the better you are. They even have a show on it too. They have a Wakfu show. I think they have a Netflix Wakfu show. Netflix. Not Wakfu is basically Dofus 3, the third version. And the reason why I stopped playing Wakfu is they changed that game too. Like every time they make critical changes and they ruined it for me. They changed literally an entire class, my main class I was playing, and changed all of their skills and all their abilities so they became a completely different play style. And that's why I stopped. No fault to the rest of the game and everything else, but they changed everything. And when you do that to somebody, people are going to not play your game anymore if you change the character you love the most, and all of a sudden they change the entire game on you. It's like all of a sudden you're playing one character, like say for example you like a necromancer, and your necromancer can summon pets, multiple pets, and they all can do different things. And all of a sudden the next day, they take away your ability to summon multiple pets, and you only can summon one pet. Just one. You no longer can summon 5, you can only summon 1. Would that not ruin the game for you? And that's just one of many type of changes. It's just trying to relate. Anyways, yeah, I have to get off here. I need to go do a bunch of other things like go get food for my kid and go shopping and pick up groceries and cook food. So I'm gonna go take care of that. But thank you so much for sticking around and chatting with me, Predictionful. And yeah, I'll end with my ending statement here. If you enjoyed this content, please feel free to smash the like button. It helps me out a ton, helps out the YouTube algorithm. Please feel free to leave me a comment. Tell me what you like, what you don't like in the comments down below. And if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe. That also helps me out a lot as well. If you don't want to subscribe, that's okay as well. Come back once a week, once a month, or even once a day at this period. Check out what content I have. Thank you all for being here, and you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And I'll see you later too, Predictionful. All right. See you and catch you all next time.